Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be, do all relationships come to an end? Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. I'm going to jump right into this one. Do all relationships come to an end? The answer to that question is yes, they do. Think about this. Think about any relationship you've ever had, no matter who it was with. They all come to an end. Now, many of these endings you can't prevent, like a death in the family, or somebody moved away, far away, or maybe a romantic relationship, you broke up, something like that. But most of the time when the relationships end, I mean, they end on good terms. Like, let's go back to the death in the family. I know it's a touchy subject, but again, I have a lot of experience with this. You know, if you got to say goodbye to your loved one or somebody, then that's great, it's beautiful. That's how you want it to end. You want closure. You want to, grieve that person and move on. Let's say your neighbor moved. Okay, well, maybe it's, a handshake or whatever, fist bump these days, and hey, it was great. I really enjoyed, you being the neighbor for X number of years. Thank you. And you move on, and that's amicable. That's beautiful. And then there are other ones, like maybe a school teacher. Okay, you graduated high school, and that teacher, they're not going to be part of your life anymore. I mean, your day-to-day life. Maybe you still keep in touch with them via email or call or Zoom, which is great. It's beautiful. But no longer are they part of your daily activities. So these are all healthy endings to relationships. With the narcissistic relationship, it doesn't end that way. It ends with a crash, with a thud, with a thunderbolt. Boom. And then when that ends, again, many times I say that on the channel, that if you were discarded, you didn't even know what you were dealing with. You did not even know the person you were with was a narcissist. You had no idea. And then we know what you went through, and here you are. Point being that when the narcissistic relationship ends, virtually in any capacity, you're not going to get closure, as I discussed previously in this video. You're not going to get answers. You're not going to get resolution. You're going to get nothing. You're not going to get anything that you're looking for. And why? I'll tell you why. Because the narcissist can't provide that for you. Because number one, they don't want to provide it for you. Number two, to be honest with you, they're incapable of providing it for you. Number three, they want to see you squirm and suffer and just be isolated and wondering. And fourth, what they want to do is they want to take their toys and run home and just disappear, thinking that they have won. You see, with a narcissist, everything is a game. Remember that. What they think is, if they can leave the relationship before you, they have the upper hand and they've won, and they got one over on you. It's exactly how they think. That's exactly why if you end the narcissistic relationship first, many times you will be hoovered. Why? Because the narcissist wants to get back with you, to fool you again, manipulate you, take some more from you, and then discard you. Because then they get the last laugh. Then they can say, yes, I had the upper hand. I ended the relationship. That's what they want to say. That makes them feel good and empowered. It makes them feel special. And you know what? It's worthless. It means nothing. Absolutely zero. So they continue to, what's the term? Put notches on their belt or whatever. I don't know what the term is. But they continue to keep track of the lives that they decimate and the relationships that they end and that culminate in not healthy endings. That's how the narcissist lives. And that's how they move on from person to person. Just devouring, destroying, and manipulating people. But you see, the narcissistic relationship, how you can tell you are in one, if you ever really wanted to question yourself or question, were you in a narcissistic relationship? Of course, all the signs, how you were treated, the red flags, everything. Let's be real, that's completely obvious. But on top of that, how did it end? Did it end by the two of you grabbing a coffee, sitting down talking, saying, yeah, this isn't working out? Didn't. Did it end with them completely isolating you, leaving you for dead on the side of the road? It did. Did they care one bit when you contacted them, when you reached out to them? Email, phone, through a friend, whatever. Like, this is early on when you were discarded or when the relationship ended. No, they didn't care. You know what they cared about? That's right, themselves. They cared about new supply, a new person to conquer, a new journey, a new way to devour someone else's goodness and wholeness. You see, that relationship also will end with a thud, with a lightning bolt, with a crash. And every subsequent relationship the narcissist has, and I do mean every, will end this way. I've seen it. Family, friends, children is around the corner. Believe me, that will happen eventually. I know it will. But all these things end, and they don't end amicably. And you see, the more the narcissist destroys people, and the more the narcissist ends things the way they do, cruelly, manipulating, tactfully, like, you get my point with that, like just completely knowing what they're going to do and just decimating you, the less people they have to conquer, because people catch on to this. People watching channels like mine and many others, the education gets out there and people understand, wow, was I with a narcissist? Well, let's see now. When it ended, did they do anything? Did they contact me and say, hey, we can still hang and still be friends or whatever? Of course not. Why would they? Very good chance it was with a narcissist. You see, healthy relationships. Think of your college days, your high school days, growing up. Like, watch this. You're 10 years old, and your best friend, the neighbor, just moved from whatever part of the world you live in. They just moved 500 miles away, and you're crying. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to see them again. This is terrible. Remember those days before the internet? I do too. Difficult, right? That's how you know you had real friends, and that's how you know that you were an authentic person. Narcissist doesn't care like that. They just look and say, you know what? Okay, I've got another one here. So every relationship does end. It ends many different ways. Like we talked about, I don't want to be gloomy and doomy on the channel, but lives end, people die, things like that. Got it. Other way, people move. People understand. Sometimes people just don't want to be a part of other people's lives, which is me completely right now. But why I'm saying all these things is because there are proper ways to end relationships. There are really good ways to do it to make you feel proud of yourself, good, like maybe you don't have to do things the way the narcissist does them, let's put it that way. But the narcissist cares about one person only, and that's them. They don't love you, they don't care about you. They certainly don't care about anybody around them other than for sources of supply. And this means business people, customers, family, friends, kids, anybody. It's true, it's a fact. Look around, see how many real friends the narcissist has. And notice how when they get older, that list of friends, alleged friends, or flying monkeys or accomplices, whatever you want to call them, enablers is probably the best term. Notice how that list shrinks. It gets smaller and smaller every single day as time goes by. But getting back on track, relationships do end. I like to think that a healthy relationship would end like, let's take the work environment. Maybe you had a coworker who was a great person, really nice person, good worker, and you're going to miss them. What do you normally do? That's right, you probably get them a cake, or give them a going away present, or say, hey, it's been a pleasure working with you. God bless you, thank you. Here's my number, here's my email, whatever, let's be in touch. That's what you do. And you know what the beauty of that is if you never use that phone number or email, or if you never see them again in your entire life, it's okay. And you know why it's okay? Because you ended the relationship properly. You just said, hey, it's been a pleasure, thank you, I appreciate you, thank you very much. And that makes you feel good, and it makes the person feel great, like that they contributed and they made someone's lives better and the workplace better. Those are real examples. Take the other side of that coin. A coworker of yours maybe is, let's say, a narcissist. Do you really want to work with them? No. And then you find out again, they're moving, they're leaving. They're moving 500 miles away again. Are you going to exchange emails with them? Probably not. Are you going to wish them the best? Probably. But you'll make it short. You see, what you'll do is you'll probably go gray rock. Put on that, hey, congratulations, I wish you the best, something like that, and you'll move on. That's the proper thing, but either way, you gave yourself closure, and you moved on. That's beautiful. When the narcissistic relationship ends, and you're discarded, it doesn't end like that. It ends like, I need to take my toys, destroy you, disappear, never contact you. Let me rephrase that. Maybe hoover you or whatever they do. But they don't want any resolution. They don't want to be amicable and sit down, because they can't. They can't introspect. They're horrible creatures. So I just wanted to drop this video to let you know that every relationship does come to an end. It really does. And it's a part of life. Just like when you grow up, you can't be a child forever. You can't be, you grow up, you age, you move on. That's you, a beautiful, healthy empath, just like me. That's what you do. What is the narcissist? They're still a child trapped in an adult body that gets older each and every moment. And they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to treat people properly. They don't know how to reciprocate. And it shows. No more so than at the end of the relationship, when they just drop the hammer, rip the mask off, show you exactly everything was a fake, a fraud, that they never cared about you or anything. And that is the most unhealthy ending to a relationship possible on this entire planet. It really is. So I hope you guys liked the video. I love doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste. Be blessed. Bye.